Kiara, good evening. This is Mary Joseph coming live from Hamilton. This is not my usual day that I come live. I normally come lives every Thursdays. However, we had a crazy long week. We were actually in India last week. Arun and myself, we were in India. We had an amazing agenda. We had a meeting with the INZ area manager for Mumbai, the Mumbai operations, basically, Marcel Foley. We went to meet her. And then, amazingly, we get to meet the entire AJV gang of Fano, what we say in Maori. Fano means family. So we were in Mumbai. Face to face, and we also came live from there last Thursday. So uh, we had an amazing time together, just to see the entire team. Come together in one mind, with the same level of enthu. There was no difference. I mean, you guys only see me and Arun live every week, but what happens is, in when we meet as a group, we realize that it is amazing that we all have the same kind of wavelength. We are located in different parts of the world. We have one team member from the US. We've got many people in Mumbai. We've got a bunch of people from INZ, ex-INZ people from Delhi, and Arun and myself are here from Hamilton. So even though we are tuned in and we work from different parts of the world, we are so much in tandem. And this meeting for us was amazing to know each other better. And and we had an amazing time. I mean, we danced and we laughed, and more importantly, we made better plans for our students who are going to come through us, the immigrants who are going to apply for visas with our services. So basically, it was for us to come together, bring all those ideas together, and make a better company out of all this, to provide better services. Because we believe, for us, always New Zealand comes first. Okay, New Zealand is our topmost priority. It is our agenda to promote New Zealand as a top migration and education destination is aligned with the agenda what INZ has, and Education New Zealand has. So yeah, all I can tell you is, it's a promise to all those students who are looking forward to come through AJV to New Zealand. It's a promise that you will see a better, number one, better services, uh, being more proactive. You will see amazing quality of people who will be servicing you. There's going to be more communication between each department to ensure that there is, you have a comfortable journey with us. Okay, and your journey completes only when you get your resident visa, because I think 99% of the people who are coming to New Zealand are looking at that as a goal, to become a resident, to become a future Kiwi, so that's what it is. So yes, so we are working together as a team to give you a better experience, and all I can tell you, it's going to get only better from here. Also, we had a meeting with INZ to understand what kind of processing timelines they're working with. Sadly, there is not a huge change, but they have promised that there's going to be a change from now. All those applications for July, they are hoping to be processed on time, because they've recruited new immigration officers to attend to this. They've had 45% increase in applications from India alone. So you can imagine what kind of workload immigration New Zealand is dealing with. Not just India, but they get applications from across the globe, because there are many other offices that is shut down. So what I can only request you, by being partners with Immigration New Zealand, I request people who have applied, please apply in advance. Number one, please be prepared to wait, because this is the time where there is this is a peak season. Number one. Apart from that, there is more increase for New Zealand. There is demand for New Zealand because of the new policy changes, and INZ New Zealand has always been a country welcoming immigrants to eventually give the pathway of residency. So all we request you is be prepared to wait a little longer. Most importantly, I would request the partners and dependents of students to be prepared for a longer wait. please be prepared that you may not be able to travel together. That is one thing that INZ very clearly has mentioned to us, is at this stage they do not have the resources to be able to attend to all the dependent and partner cases at the moment. They are requesting everybody to apply in advance, especially the students. However, they are unable and don't have the resources right now to prioritize partners and dependent applications. Hence, all those applying through AJV, from now on, the dependents and partners, we request you guys to stay patient, most importantly, and prepare yourselves. It should not be a case where you're disappointed after you start the process, saying, oh, it's going to take 4 to 5 months for a dependent application. Unfortunately, that's what we are dealing with at the moment, hoping by end of this year, hopefully things will get better. Right. Also, this is my intro speech and the update from the INZ meeting, but then the meeting was amazing. INZ could see what a value it is to work with us closely, and certainly we are hoping that we will have our applications being considered faster. There is no priority queue as such. However, AJV is one of the top recognized education New Zealand recognized agents in India. So yes, we're already on their radar. They know who we are. So if you're applying through us, they know that you are already been vetted through AJV and you are a good student, you're a good prospective immigrant for the country. Okay, so brilliant. So that's how. And before I start getting into the questions, I am supposed to give out my license number. I forgot to get it out from the wallet. Right. So this is my wallet card. You can see that. Yeah, hopefully that's clear. Yeah. So that my license number is 20181050. Apart from me, there is one more licensed immigration advisor. I mean, I'm the most recent graduate, rather, or Arun's the licensed immigration advisor, senior advisor. Then we've got Gisela, who's one of the senior advisors with us, and then I am there. I'm a licensed immigration advisor. There's Tulika Mehra, who's going to graduate and get her license in the next, I think, 2 months. And then we've got two other advisors who also joined the party. That is Tanuva Majumdar, who's also starting the program. And we've also got Navya Sikka, who's starting the program. So we will have more advisors on the team, both onshore and offshore. So that's brilliant news for students who are going to apply through us. Okay. So that you get constant immigration advice through the process, and not just after you reach New Zealand. You will be supported with advice, with immigration advice, even before you start, by licensed immigration advisors on the team. Right. So some ground rules before we get started. Number one, all AJV students, please start with saying, I'm an AJV student. Give your name, and you can also mention your case officer or advisor, so that it's easier for me to figure out whether you're working with us or not. Non-AJV people who are not working with us, please leave your number. It is very important for us to have your phone number so that I can answer your queries, because yeah, we come here online mainly for AJV students. We come, or people who wish to work with us. So for that, you will need to give your number. You need to give something to get something in return, right? So yeah. So please ensure you share your contact details so that I can answer your query. I will keep repeating through the session for people who have joined, in the recently or through the halfway through the sessions. I will repeat this. And at the end of the session, I'll give out the contact details where you can contact us. Right. So let's get into the questions. And let me just quickly check if my team is giving me some pointers. Okay. Okay. Just give me a second. Right. Okay. Okay. So, right. So, nothing alarming that they're having their normal chatter in the background. Right. So, let's start with the first question. Okay, we have somebody called Jaya Cody Nimalan. He says, how to migrate to New Zealand. Yours is a generic question, so I'm going to answer that for you, and that too, because you're the starter boni that they call in India. So yeah, so Nimalan, there are various ways to migrate into New Zealand. It depends if you, and probably the most stable pathway, which is the student category pathway. So we do have various pathways. So if you'd like to understand what pathway is suitable, what you're eligible for, please send us an email at immigrationadvisor@ajvglobal.com, right? So if you can send your CV, and if you're married or if your spouse, I will be able to assess a licensed immigration advisor. Right now, that's me. I will assess and come back to you with the possible pathways. And then if depending on which pathway is being advised, we will be able to pick it up from there. Okay, so I hope I've answered that question. It's immigrationadvisor@ajvglobal.com. Okay, next question. Mohammad Maz Khatak says requirement for a master's degree. Mahaz, I would request you to please leave your number. Okay, if you can leave your number, I'll come back and answer your question because it's quite specific. However, please elaborate. What is your degree? What is your prior degree that you've already completed from your home country, and what specialization are you looking at in New Zealand, and what is your IELTS? So along with your phone number, if you can leave these details as well, it'll be easier for me to tell you what the requirement is. Okay, and also if you can elaborate what is your purpose of studying in New Zealand. Okay, next question, we've got Ankit Vagila, who says, I'm Ankit, I'm an AJV student. Thank you very much, Ankit. It's nice to see. Okay, I'm an AJV student. It's a nice thing to say. So Ankit, thank you so much, first of all, for working with AJV. It's a pleasure to always speak to an AJV student. So yeah, I'm going to quickly answer, read out the rest of the question. I got a response from my institute that I need to be present at the Wellington campus by 11th of July. They do not have extensions for July intake if there is a visa delay. Therefore, I need to be in Wellington on 10th, roughly a month away. I also got a call from INZ today. My application is still in the queue. You got a call back from INZ today? Or did you try to call them probably? Okay. I also got a call back from INZ today, and my application is still in the queue. Shall you flag it to INZ? Just a month and so much processes are still left. Okay. Ankit, I totally understand your concern. And the main reason we went to INZ Mumbai last week was to explain how important it is these applications come out of the queue. Yes, it is in the queue. However, we have noticed the main delay is with the allocations. As soon as it's allocated, I think applications are coming through within a week, right? And after that, you need another 10 days to be able to pay your fees and be in New Zealand. So right now, it's not yet allowing for us as a team. INZ has very clearly told us if you filed prior to June first week, but if you filed somewhere in July, when it gets closer and when we have to hit the panic button, we will do that, and we will definitely bring it through the notice of the immigration officers in trying to quickly get it allocated for. At the moment, we're still in safe zone, so I'd request you to hold on and stay patient. You have been patient all this while. Greatly appreciate that. I request you to hold on for quite a bit, a little more, sorry. And INZ has promised us they're going to clear out all the applications on time for July. So because they have hired 40 new immigration officers on the team. So yes, it will get started. You will start seeing more and more people getting visas now. Okay, so hold on patiently, and most importantly, keep talking to us. Okay, so don't worry about it. It will come through. It's just a matter of time. Okay, I hope I've answered that to the best of your yeah. So just feel free to always ping me if you're still worried and concerned. Okay, I'll be more than happy to talk to you. Okay, so we've got Mohammad Ashik. That's an interesting name. I'm MBA graduate. I want to move to New Zealand for work. Ashik, I will answer that straight away for you. There are no work visas directly available unless you have a job offer letter for New Zealand. Okay. So what I would recommend in your scenario is to send us an email at immigrationadvisor@ajvglobal.com to see if you qualify for any other pathways, basically. So just send it across to us, And so send us an email, okay? There is no direct work visas. Like certain countries do have working holiday maker visas, but unfortunately Indian nationals do not have that, or Indian, or I'm not sure if you're from India, Pakistan, or which of those regions. So unfortunately it's not available for the Indian subcontinent, okay, and surrounding countries. Only for specific English speaking countries they have this provision. So we will have to explore other opportunities for you at this stage, okay? So just send us an email and we will get back to you. Okay, so we've got Shankar, RC Shankar, who says, "Hi ma'am, this is AJV student. How are you, and how to settle down in New Zealand after of level 6 of 2 years and 2 years post-study work visa, as I have to gain level 7 course." Okay. Right. So I understand your question. Thank you very much, Shankar, first of all, for working with us. Right. Now, this is a very important and interesting question as to what happens if you're not coming for a postgraduate degree, especially when you don't have. Now, the challenge is irrespective of whether you're getting a 1 year post study work visa, or 2 year post study work visa, or 3 years post study work visa is the same. The pathway is the same. However, the time available in hand is less for each of these. Okay, so for somebody who comes for a level 7 program and who's studying in Auckland, obviously gets only 1 year post study work visa. And yourself, if you're studying a 2 year program, you will also get a 1 year post study work visa, not 2 years. So I think we need to clarify that. Team, can you please tell me if Shankar's on the same page, because he's talking about a 2 year post study work visa. However, for a level 6 2 years program, he'll be eligible only for a 1 year program, 1 year post study work visa. So if you can just quickly um okay. So, Shankar, my team tells me that you've already got your visa. You came to New Zealand already in for diploma in electrical engineering, and you are looking at further study. Okay, Shankar, if you're already here in New Zealand, I think let's talk on the phone, because these kind of questions, I no, basically what will happen is, I'll just answer that question of yours first before moving on. So, what happens and how will you progress into a resident visa if you're coming for a program on a level 7 or lesser? Okay, so the idea is to find yourself a job. Okay, to find yourself a job, either to do two things. Number one is to get 52,000 salary at a skilled level, on a skill level, and able to get 160 points to be able to progress into your resident visa. If you're not getting 160 points, but say you're getting the salary and the position, but you don't have 160 points, so what will happen is, from there we could apply for extension of your work visa based on your employment. Okay, your employer obviously is supposed to support you and things like that. So you will move into open visa to employer assisted visa. Okay, now you have only 1 year, but the students who are coming for 3 years basically have 3 years. Okay, now in your situation, even if you do a level 7, you will not get 3 years post study work visa. Okay, so you will get that 1 year if it is out in Auckland, and if it's outside Auckland, it's 2 years. So what I would recommend in your situation is, and electrical engineers are required here in New Zealand, are in the shortage here. So I see, if you're able to crack yourself a job in that area, there is a lot of opportunities that will open up for you. You could possibly even apply for a resident visa straight away. Okay, however, we will need to look at it, on a case to case basis. We need to see your offer letter and everything else. Okay, so Shankar, if you've already reached New Zealand, if you've already started the course, please speak to me. Okay, my number is 0226052615. That is the local New Zealand number. Leave me a text and we will connect, and I will clear all your doubts, and we'll figure out a ways, because that's why you're working with HAV, is so that you can come up with a plan. If a plan A, plan B, if this doesn't work, what happens? If that doesn't work, what happens? So that's the idea of working with HAV. We are available for you to plan your future. So I will connect with you, and I will also check with Virginia if you've already connected with her, and we will take it from there. Okay, so we will connect and we will have a chat on this. Okay, nothing to worry about. We will figure out something. Okay, moving on. We've got Nimisha, who says, "Hi, my husband applied for partnership visa last March via AJV, and we haven't received any update from Immigration New Zealand. Can you please tell me how long it will take? Okay, Nimisha, I was on the phone with the contact center today. We have a separate hotline for the LIA. So I called them and they very clearly told me the allocation timelines is 2 to 4 weeks minimum, right? That is the current situation. Again, purely because the Mumbai office is focusing only on student visas at the moment, because students are more important at this stage, right? Because you have a deadline to be here, you have a course and things like that. So they're trying to get that out of the way. They're trying to clear out the backlog that they have with student visas. Partnership visas, because see, your main intention to come to New Zealand is to study. It's not to facilitate visas for the entire country, according to them. However, we are telling them, please work on partnership visas, because there are students, they have young children, it is very difficult. And in so in your case, Nimisha, I think it's only a matter of waiting. And they said 4 weeks minimum in allocation time. So I will, when the 4 weeks are up, I will follow. Sorry, 4 months are up, I will again follow up, and I will try and get an update. So we are looking at every application constantly to see whether you have crossed the processing, the allocation timelines and the queue waiting timelines. So we are on top of it, Namisha. You just need to wait it out. Unfortunately, they have done their job by getting you a visa, and so that is the reason partnership cases are not, they don't have the resources right now, simple. So we need to just let them do their job. If we pressure them too much, then it'll go south. So let's not do that. Okay, so stay patient, don't worry, and it'll come through. Okay, thank you. Gurung Rabina. Hello, JV. I would like to talk about partnership visitor visa. How much time it will take for the decision for an application applied in April? Gurung, I think you are a non-AJV client. I can clearly see that. I've already answered that question. Even though you're a non-AGV, I've already answered that question. It's going to take 4 months minimum for allocation, and then whatever processing time of 20-25 days after that. Okay, so you need to allow at least 5 to 6 months for processing of partner cases at this stage, right? Nimisha, yes, I'm aware that you were an AJV student, so don't worry about it. We are on top of this case, and we will try and get the update as soon as we get it. Okay, we will let you know as soon as we get it. Next question. We've got Thanya Kumar, who says, hello, ma'am. I've completed a 5-year architecture program. Thanya, you have a long question, but I'd like you to go back and leave your number, right? And I would like you to have a look at it. And sorry, I would like you to leave your number so that I can come back and answer your question. Okay. Right. Ankit, you've come back. You says, yes, but people who applied after me, I have August intake, they've already got an EIP. Okay. Now, this is the sad reality. Okay. There is a priority queue that is there within INZ. Okay. And certain applications are automatically picked by the system and they are being allocated. Okay. So those people who have applied, for what reasons, for the reasons unknown by us, by reasons unknown by immigration officers themselves, there is a separate queue of certain applications that get processed on priority. I don't know what the parameters of that is, but that is the reality. Because a lot of people come to us and ask the same thing. Some of our own applications have come through in about 10 days. There's no waiting period. Okay, that is because there is a priority queue, and this automatically picks certain applications and sends them directly for processing and allocation. So Ankit, it's not in our hands, unfortunately, if you are not gotten into that priority queue. There are certain things about your profile, probably it's something about your profile, your location, or anything. It's not the agency. Okay, a lot of people come and say, oh, we have applied through AJV, nothing's happening, we have applied through XYZ and the visas are coming through. That's not the fact. I have written confirmation from INZ that there is no delays just because you're applying through a particular agency. Yes, the quality of applications will vary, because once it's allocated, the quality needs to be extremely high so that there is a decision. So what happens in our cases is, the minute an application is allocated to a case officer, the reason we are submitting everything, and we are ticking all the points of you being a positive profile student, the case officer is not having to spend a lot of time on your application after it's being allocated. So the glitch is over here to get it allocated. Once it gets allocated, the decisions are coming through quickly. That is the reason we are currently at a 91% conversion rate of visas, because we ensure we do a good job. We don't have delays after the application is allocated. It quickly comes through because the case officer is able to just go do quick and do a few verification calls, because if you're in that queue, that means they need to do a certain verifications on your, they'll check with your bank, they will obviously call you and things like that. So those checks they do, but then they don't have to spend too much of time because we have prepped you well for your telephonic interview and everything. So Ankit, all I can tell you is, yes, it's just sometimes the system picks up certain applications. Even some of our applications get through. Yes, they have said that university applications are high priority and they're able to get them through quickly. So there's various factors, Ankit, and I think all you have to do is just wait patiently. Okay, right. So, and I'm certain at the end of it, once you get your visa, you will, all this will be under the water, and you'll forget about, under the bridge rather. So you forget about it, don't worry about it. I know it's just a temporary wait, it's frustrating. I can see that frustration in many of our students, but we just need to go through this time. Okay. Okay, next question, we've got Mithil Patel. If an overseas educated nurse finishes CAP program on a visitor visa, then she could get a work permit, and what are the chances of getting PR later on? Mithil, this is a very important question, and I was hoping to, hoping to basically answer to this. So, but then I would like you to leave your phone number. Okay, please leave your contact information, and then I will come back and I will answer this question for you. It's a very important question for all those other nurses who are watching this live stream. I request you to leave your contact information. I will come back and answer to it. Okay. Next question, Mogannath Shivam. Hi, I'm Morgan. Um, I'm currently in Wellington and looking to join a cookery course here. I found that they only offer full-time courses for foreign students, not part-time courses. I'm looking for a cookery course or any other course as a pathway. I'm Malaysian, currently on a visitor visa here for 3 months. Okay, Morgan, what I can do is, in your situation, 2615. Leave me a text. I will connect with you. We will have a chat on this, and I can tell you what can be done. Yes, the courses are not available part time, but on a visitor visa, technically, you're not supposed to study. There are a couple of complications over there that I already see. Okay, so let's have a chat, and then I will be able to advise you. Okay, my team has just told me that I've missed one question. These guys come hounding. Okay. I seem to be still live on YouTube, but the connection is lost somehow on Facebook. That's strange. Team, can you tell me that you're not able to see me on Facebook? Can you please confirm? Okay, let me just refresh that. Let's see if that comes back. Okay, I'm just going to end this live session and start all over again. People on YouTube, please be patient. Okay. The problem is I have been working with mobile data the past few days, and that's the reason I'm, struggling a bit with the internet connection. Okay. Right. Sorry, I had to end that live session. Because it just said it's trying to reconnect. Okay. Right. Hey Kiora, sorry guys. I had to reload this live session on Facebook. There was a bit of an issue there. It just showed as restarting and things like that, right? So all those who were watching the other live stream, please come here and so that we can continue this live stream here. I'm just going to wait for a few minutes for the viewers to pick up. Yeah, so just give me a second, guys. And also let me pull up the questions that, were asked in the previous session. Okay. I'm just going to wait for a second for that to load. Okay, my team has come up. That's great. We're just going to wait for the other questions to load. Okay. Okay, team, can you just sorry about this. I unfortunately I'm faced with a few challenges here today. Can you please paste all the questions on our chat so that I can quickly pick it up and keep answering without any delay? Just put it on Skype so that's easier for me to answer. Okay. Okay. So the first one will be Pradeep says I got admission for July month. Is it possible for a visa? Um, So yeah, so Pradeep, if you are looking at the July intake, INZ is telling us that if you apply now, it's going to be very very difficult for us to be able to get a visa on time for July. Yes, we can apply, put it in, and hope that there is a miracle that happens and the applications get processed quickly. Um, However, you have to be prepared if it does not happen. Again, the best thing is NMIT do have multiple intakes. As far as I know, they have intakes once in every 3 or 4 months. So what we can do is, if you're not able to make it for July, I think there is one in September or October, and it's not too far away. Okay, so I recommend you to just go ahead and put the application in, because the waiting is long anyways. So you put the application in. They right now they're taking about 8 to 10 weeks for allocation and then processing. So put the application in. If it does not happen for July, it will automatically be processed for the next best intake, and I think from there it will be easy for us to be able to get the because even without applying, you can't keep counting days, right? So this it's like you can't count days without making that application. So I would recommend you to please go ahead and apply. Okay, so please apply, and then we will count it from there. Okay, Pradeep, if you have any doubts, you can still connect with me. Next question is Sumit Malhotra, who says confused between TOI, PG, and Waikato University, Masters of Media and Creative Technology. Okay. I'm going to come back to Sumit's question a bit later. Okay, Tanya Kumar. So the question was, I've completed a 5-year degree in architecture. I'm planning to pursue masters from New Zealand in February intake. Please suggest me technical courses that is relevant with architecture. However, I was planning for a master's degree in building rather than management. I'm much more interested in a technical course. Okay. Tanya, first of all, I'm sorry your number is not there. However, I'll quickly just answer this question. The course that you're looking at is construction management. Is a brilliant program purely because it's in the long-term skill shortage list. Yes, it's a management program, and you'd like to do something more technical, but this is more technical in nature. I wouldn't say more technical. It is technical in nature because the papers are very specific to construction management. It is about planning and site management and labor management and things like that. And I have seen students being able to do very very well, and they've also found jobs after finishing that program. There is a course called Masters in Construction Management at AUT. Also, University of Canterbury has this program. So it is a very good program. So talk to us, Tanya. You have a very good profile, and we will be able to pave that pathway for you, help you get to New Zealand. And because you need to work with the right partners who will be able to give you the right advice. Okay, so talk to us, Tanya. My team will get in touch with you. Please leave your details and respond to their messages. It's as simple as that. Okay, next question, Karan Nagwani. I want to study level 5 and level 6 animation. Will I get 3 years post study work visa? Karan, unfortunately not. So that but I can give you a solution. Please come back and give me your phone number so that I can give you the solution as well. Okay. Yeah, so you need to give something before you get something. So leave me a number and I'll definitely come back and um I will answer the rest of the question for you. Okay. What will get you a resident visa? Sorry, a 3 years post study work visa. Okay. Sumit Malhotra says, I have applied for study options through AJV. I have experience in photography for 8 long years. I am a bit confused about taking course in creative design or to go for management at this stage. What would be most suitable option with regard to settlement later on? Kindly suggest. Okay. So Sumit, interesting, because creative industry is quite a big industry here in New Zealand, and there is a lot of requirement for people in the creative side, but not all areas in the creative side is in the long-term skill shortage list, like basically 3D animators, web designers, people who are working with Maya and graphic design are in skill shortage. But photography per se is not in the skill shortage. So what I would suggest in your situation is, you want to do management, but do you have experience in management? Is that where your passion is? So we have seen people who are driven with passion, especially in the creative side. They've all been doing very, very well. We've got Natasha, who's one of our students, creative students, who's graduated and she got her resident visa within like 3 years of coming to the country. Then we've got Sagar, we've got Kasun, who's also found a job. We've got students working with Beta Digital. We've got with Firefly. There's so many people working with various creative agencies. They're all doing extremely well. In fact, one of our own students who's doing media studies at Waikato University is making these amazing, brilliant videos, which you guys will keep seeing on our Facebook and YouTube channels. Um, the outcomes are amazing. Okay. And they are doing extremely well. So if you're passionate, I would say continue with your passion. Do something related to what, if you've got that creative streak, don't let it go, because it's very difficult to find creative people, and New Zealand wants to focus on in areas, but creative industry technologies is in the identified future growth areas for the country as well. So yes, the government wants people in these areas, though it's not on the long term skill shortage list. They need people in the digital media front. However, it's going to be a lot of competition. You need to be on top of your game. So if you believe in your technical and creative ability, please go ahead and do it. If you have any bit of a doubt, then it's always safer to do a management program where you will be able to select, or you could probably do a combination where there is papers in, say, digital media or whatever as a part of the management program. There are certain courses at university levels that may be available with a mix of management and creative papers. So have a look, decide based on the papers and not so much based on the degree. I see that you already have an offer from TOI for PG diploma in management, and Waikato University Master of Media. If you're coming to Waikato Uni, I think you must connect with Nicholas. He's one of our students who's also working with us part time. Team, can you please make note of this and have Sumit connect with Nicholas so that he understands what kind of course he's getting into and what kind of technical learning that he will get. Okay, Nick, if you're watching this, it'll be great if you can assist Sumit to understand how it works, and also we have. Grace, you're the case officer. Can you please send also the recent testimonial that Nick had created about studying digital media in New Zealand? So have a look at that, Sumit, and I think you'll be convinced that probably you should look at digital media. Yeah. So there's nothing to be confused about it. Just go with your gut feeling as to what you're confident about. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, I'm happy to always talk to you and help you further. Okay. Next question, we've got Mittal Patel. If Okay, Mithal, it looks like, I don't know, why do I feel this question has been repeated? Mithal, can you please leave your number? I'll be able to come back and answer your question about the CAP program. Mohammad Javed says, I just want to know how much maximum wages I will get part-time. Okay, interesting. So the current, are you talking about maximum or minimum? Because maximum wages I cannot really tell you. Minimum I can tell you. Okay. Maximum wages depends on what how you do well. I've got people who are working part time who also earn about $22. Right now, the minimum wage in New Zealand per hour is 17.70. This is the recent after the recent change that happened on the 1st of April 2019. That's the minimum wages. I cannot tell you how much maximum wages, because that depends purely on your skill level. Okay. Niroshan Amar Singhe, thank you for your number, Niroshan. Greatly appreciate this. So Nirosh Amar Singhe says, I need to contact with you. I'm already working with you for a student visa. Nirosh, my number is, we've got a team already who would have answered to all your questions. If you still want to talk to me, you can WhatsApp me on +64 226052615. I may not be very, very active on WhatsApp because, we keep getting a lot of messages. However, leave me a message. I'll try and get back to you within 24 hours. Okay. Next question. Okay, so my team, we've exhausted what my team has pasted. I will just go to the questions now on this chat and then we'll take it from here. Okay. Okay, Nirosh, I've just answered your question. That's the first one there. So I'll repeat that. It's +64 226052615. Okay. Okay, the next question is Balwant Patel. My sister is MBA. Tell me for remaining process of further study, MBA marketing. Balwant, thank you very much. We'll be more than happy to help your sister. Number one, can you please leave your details? Second, or even better, if you can give me details of your sister. Okay, we will be able to. We've got very, very good, experienced advisors who will be able to help you out. In fact, in India, with one of my team members. You were supposed to get back as you were traveling. Okay, Balwant, can you please telling me that you're not connecting with them, you're not calling them back? Can you please get back to my team member Sai? I think he's been waiting for your call. Please connect with him and give him whatever information that is documents he's waiting for to get you started on the process. Okay, so please connect with Sai at the earliest. Next question. We've got Ishtek Bashir who says, I'm electrical engineer having 4 years of experience. Okay, Ishtek, is there any other question that you'd like to ask apart from that? And please leave your details. Sumit says, thanks a lot for your guidance. Yes, absolutely, Sumit. No worries, because we are here and we do these sessions purely for HAV students. That. So I'm glad that I was able to help, right? And if you have any further questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. However, please do talk to Nicholas. He's one of our star students and he's also working for us part-time. So he does some amazing work. So have a word with him. You'll get a good insight of what the program is and how it works and what kind of opportunities it might hold you in the future. Okay, right. Balwant, thanks for your number. Can you please? Yes, so there are a lot of MBA programs available for experienced and non-experienced people in New Zealand. Okay, so your sister can certainly do an MBA, because if you can start the process with us, like how you would like to apply through us, so we can assist your sister as well. So can you please ask your sister to get in touch with us? It's best that the student gets in touch with us directly. Okay. Next question is Ahmed Mahfouz, who says food processing engineering, future job and possibilities in New Zealand. Thank you for sharing your number, Ahmed. First of all, food processing or food technology, I'm assuming the food processing you're talking about is under the food technology and biotechnology stream. Food technology is in the long-term skill shortage list of New Zealand, and there is a lot of demand for food technologists here. So if you're doing a program in that area, yes, I think it's tick. It's a good, you have a good opportunity here in New Zealand. Okay, so I would strongly recommend you, Ahmed, and if you whenever my team reaches out to you, please share your details, your documents and things like that, and they'll be able to assist you with the right program. Because what happens is sometimes we need to map back to see what kind of papers you have done in the past to be able to advise you the courses in the future. Okay, so please connect with my team and they'll be able to help you. Okay, thank you. Vasula Hewage says, I am working in Dubai. Will I be eligible for work in New Zealand? Vasula, first of all, yes, I can clearly tell you that of the people who come from the UAE and the Gulf nations, they've all done extremely well. However, all of them have come through a student pathway. Now, if you're eligible to work in New Zealand, if you have a job offer letter, yes, we can certainly assess to see if you're eligible or not. However, there are no job work visas available for New Zealand where you can come here and look for a job except under the skilled migrant category. So send me an email to immigrationadvisor@ajvglobal.com. Send me your CV and send me a CV of your wife if you're married, and wife or husband. Sorry, I couldn't figure. Send me your spouse's CV. I will assess and I will come back to you depending on what you're eligible for. Okay, so just send me the details and we will come back to you. So that's immigration advisor at AJV Global. Send your CV and of your spouse if you're married. Okay, thank you very much. Balwant Patel says, okay, I will connect. Thanks a lot for your guidance and hope for a visa soon. We hope to assist you as well. Please do connect with my team and we can help you. Right. I'm just switching back to YouTube to see if there are any questions that are important. Sunando. Hi, Sunando. I know what you're saying. Right, so Sunando is one of our clients and we've applied for visas for them. Sunando, earlier the timelines were 2 months and now they are saying 4 months. So, yes, it is the same for group application as well. Since we have already put your application in the system, all we have to do is just wait. Yeah, because I think we are also prepared that now, you're not looking at July, but you're looking at October instead. So I am quite confident it should be done by that time. Yeah. I think it was a good move for you not to do the July intake but do the October one. So don't we are already in the system, Sunando, I don't have anything to worry about at the moment. I think we just need to wait in and see how this pans out. Okay. There could be a lot of changes. INZ tells me yesterday when I was talking to them that the processing timelines changes at the end of every month. They depending on the influx of applications, depending on how quickly they're able to process. They change these processing timelines every month. So it doesn't stay constant, guys. So this month you might say 3 months, and tomorrow you might, next month you might say 4 months. That is simply how it is going to be, and we cannot do much about it at this stage. So yeah, so it has, unfortunately the processing timelines have changed in the past few months, and it will constantly keep evolving. That's what INZ tells me when I did call them on the INZ hotline. Okay, so we just need to stay patient and plan in advance. That's about it. Shivang, Karan, you guys have all asked some amazing questions. If you guys can please come back and leave your numbers, it'll be good for us. Lutisha Mansoori, you also have a very good question. Can you please leave your contact details? All you watching on YouTube, can you please leave your contact details so that I can come back, or my team will paste your questions as soon as you have left your contact information. Okay? Okay, so moving on to Facebook now. We've got Ranjan Giri who says, hello AJV, I'm from Nepal. I did my BBM from Bangalore University and I'm holding 2 years of experience in Infosys Limited as a process executive. I want to apply for postgraduate program as Nepali citizen. Is it difficult to get a visa from India? Okay, Rajan, first of all, we've got a lot of Nepali students, and we have not lost a single Nepali application at the moment. Yes, there are a lot of people who have complained, and applications from Nepal do keep getting declined. However, we have not lost a single Nepali application. Okay, we have quite a few students, and they've all done extremely well with their visas. So applications from Nepal are going to India. So just because it's going to India, you won't have a problem. There will be a problem only if there is a problem with your application, if there's a gap or unexplained funds, which does not have a proper source and things like that. Because also some of the banks in Nepal are blacklisted. So I think you need to connect with my team and explain your situation and work it with them, because some banks are not acceptable. So if you end up applying from a bank which is blacklisted, then you'll have trouble. So my team has constant communication with INC to find out which banks are blacklisted and which are not accepted and things like that. So you will get the benefit of getting all this information if you work with us. Okay, so don't worry if we are based in in India, if our processing team is based in India, but we are here on the ground here in New Zealand. We are New Zealand based. We are a Hamilton based company. We are based here where you are coming. So it doesn't really matter. What is more important is you need support once you come to the country, and we are there to provide that. We are working on a very, very good onshore support system where AJV students will get increased support from us, and not just the basic support when compared to the others. So um, we have a lot in store, and most importantly, you get continued immigration advice which no other company will offer free of cost. Because over here, if you have to consult an advisor, you need to pay by the hour, and we don't do that for our AGV students. So Rajan, I request you to work with us. You seem to be having a very, very good profile if you've studied from the Bangalore University. I request you to connect with my team and share your information when they do contact you. Okay. Vivek says, "How about job chances for experienced IT professionals in New Zealand?" Vivek, I think you need to start with sending your CV to us. IT is in the long-term skill shortage list, so yes, there is a lot of scope for IT professionals here in New Zealand. I have a few people who have been offshore and been able to find jobs directly, but they have told employers that they have a pathway to get a visa, like spouses of students and things like that, and at least four of them have found jobs even before entering the country. In fact, I was speaking to one more client this just afternoon, and he got a call from New Zealand where his application is still being processed. So yes, there's a lot of scope. Yes, but then employers are resisting sometimes to give job offer letters while you're offshore, so you need to work a pathway through and get into the country. So I would recommend you to first send me a CV, and if you're married, send me a CV to my email address. I will be able to assess and come back to you. It's immigrationadvisor@ajvglobal.com. I will have a look at your profile and then respond accordingly. Okay, depending on the pathways available. So I hope to get your CV, and then we can assist from there further. Okay. Okay. Team, can you please tell me? I've run out of questions here. Team, can you tell me if I have missed any of? Nirosh, I got your text. Thank you very much. I see that you've been prompt and you shared your details immediately. I see that you're based in Wellington. We will have a chat. If you're available after this live session, we will talk. Otherwise, we can talk tomorrow as well. So no problem about that. Okay. Right. Anything else, team? Would you like to cover? So yeah, so the most important things at the moment: apply and plan way in advance. Don't be delayed and think, and hope for a miracle to happen. Please be prepared for delays. That's the only thing that I can tell you right now, guys. Everybody who wants to apply to New Zealand, no matter what visas you want to apply for, you need to be well prepared and be in advance. Okay. Um, okay, so we've got one more question now. It's from Letitia. It's a YouTube query. Letitia says, thanks for sharing your number, Letitia. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. It says, hi, I'm a BCom graduate and I've applied for business program at NZIE in Auckland. How is the scope for this particular course in New Zealand? Okay. See, it's a very sensitive thing for me to be able to come on a platform like this and talk about a particular school. Okay. Letitia, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with everybody who's watching this thing. This particular NZIE is definitely. I think it is. I think it is a Category 1 institution. I am not very certain about that. Let me just quickly check for you guys. I hope you guys are aware that there is a way that you can check the rating or credentials of an institution. So there is a link. You can go to the NZQA website, and there is a rating for every institution on the NZQA website, which talks about the category. So if it's category 1, it's a highest category, and if it's 2, it's medium, and it's you should never look at it. Okay. 1 and 2 institutions are good. We do work only with category 1 institution. Okay, so NZIE is a category 2 institution, so they are just there. They're not the top private training establishments. However, we do not promote NZIE's programs at this stage. Okay, we've had some of our students struggle. I'll be honest, and that is the reason we are not promoting that school. Our students have struggled, and we don't want anybody else going to NZIE through AJV to struggle. That is what it is. Now, I cannot give you more information as to what the struggle is and things like that. What I would suggest is talk to us, and we'll be able to explain it to you on a one-on-one basis. Okay, we'll explain to you what the challenges are going to be. If you still, yes, they have a very good program in digital marketing. I do not deny that. However, I think you need to know, speak to probably some of the students who are currently there and take a collective decision on that. So that's what I would recommend. I think what we must do, what you must talk to the students there who are already doing that program, because it's a category 2 institution. It's not the top PTs which has to be in the category 1. So obviously it's a category 2, so there is a bit of slack somewhere in their processes, in their program delivery. They apparently INZ is also going back with a lot of feedback to them for them to improve it. Our students have faced a few challenges. So I think you should talk to us, and when you speak to us, we will be able to explain to you why you should probably look at. Also, please remember, New Zealand now. When we had this meeting with INZ last week, she very clearly, immigration manager told us clearly that it is better off to look at universities and government polytechnics at this stage, because they want to prioritize universities, and while they also are supporting the polytechnics, the polytechnics are basically working with immigration office closely, and so masters and IT and all these skill shortages programs will also be put under the priority list. So first of all, you're going for a program which is not in the skill shortage list. If you're doing that program, please do it at a government polytechnic. That will be my strong recommendation. While there are very good few private PTEs that are available, which are category 1, however, I think you must consider going to a government polytechnic rather than, if you can afford, go to a university, even better. But if you cannot, because the fees difference between a university and a government polytechnic is almost about $10,000. So if you cannot afford a university, then at least look at a government polytechnic, because the fee from a government polytechnic and a private training establishment is not much. It's just about $2,000 or $3,000. So please get quality education. Go to a government polytechnic. You'll feel safer and you feel better off. Okay, because they're owned and governed by the government, okay, of New Zealand. So that is my recommendation. And once you connect with my team, we'll be able to help you and make you understand further why you should probably look at another school. It's not that you know we want to degrade any school or anything, guys. It's just that we want to be as transparent. If we have received feedback, we are giving that feedback to. That is the reason we come on these live sessions. It's black and white for us. We do not, there is no line in between. There is no, for us, it has to be transparent. If our students are doing well, we will tell you they're doing well. If our students are struggling, we'll tell you our students are struggling. So, and also we believe in promoting high quality institutions. So that is why this feedback about NZIE, which is based in Auckland. Just do your bit of research before you take a call on schools, especially the private schools. Okay, that is my recommendation. my recommendation. Okay, so my team has been awfully quiet. I think I'm good on time. Right, so it's 31. Sorry, it's 10:31 here. I come live 9:30 New Zealand time. So brilliant. It was an amazing session today, guys. Thank you very much for all the viewers. Thank you for being patient through all these the disconnect and then me coming live again back on this channel. Thank you very much for being patient. Um, um, and I will be coming live again next Thursday as usual. And if you have any questions, yes, before I sign off, I'll give you the contact information. If you want to reach us in India, anybody from India, you can call us on the India toll free number is 1-800-103-6525. You can also email us. If you're not from India and you'd like to still contact us, you can email us at info@ajvglobal.com. If you are based in New Zealand or you are based offshore but you'd like to contact somebody here in New Zealand, you can send me a message on +6422 605 2615. If you're calling from within New Zealand, you don't need the +64. You just call me straight on 022 605 2615. And the email address will be immigrationadvisor@ajvglobal.com. Brilliant. Thank you very much. And it's been an amazing session. We'll keep giving this, we will ensure that we are, we come live every week and we, give out this information. We're always available a phone call away for all the AJV students and non-AJV students. Please join us and work with us, work with this amazing team that we're here, just waiting to just do better for you guys. Yeah. Thank you very much and signing off. Good night. Thank you.